Jazz hands.
Okay, hopefully this
Anyway,
is working.
that's why the donkey had the cake shoved up it. Oh, we're live? Oh, never mind.
That was my fucking joke and you stole it. Son of a bitch.
Wow.
I hate you. I hate you.
Way to start off the year
Welcome
strong,
to the
guys.
This is the vibe, guys. Welcome.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to TPK. A bunch of TikTok creators, nerds, and friends who play D&D and other things.
Yes.
I'm gonna be the host
Yes,
for the
yes.
stream. Yes. Okay. Hopefully this is
Anyway,
working.
that's why the donkey had the cake shoved up it. Oh, we're live? Oh, never mind.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay.
Oh, it's playing
That's
somewhere.
why the donkey
What?
had the
Fucking
cake
joke.
There we go.
shoved up
Okay.
it. Oh, we're live? Oh, never
Son of a
mind.
bitch.
Oh, it's playing on my phone.
Wow.
I hate you.
What
That was
the
my
heck?
fucking joke and you
What? I
stole
didn't
it.
even have
Wrong,
it open.
guys.
At least we know it works.
This is the
Wow.
vibe, guys.
Exactly.
I hate you.
Way to start off the year
Welcome
strong,
to the
guys.
club.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to
This
TPK.
is the vibe, guys.
Alright, okay. Here we go. This is fine. Everything's fine. Hopefully this is
Anyway, that's
working.
why the donkey
we're
had
gonna
the
be
cake shoved up
yelling
it.
and
Oh, we're live? Oh,
screaming.
never mind.
Hey, where is this playing? Oh, man.
First stream of the
okay.
year was a cute.
For those of you who don't already know, my computer decided it wanted to live the rest of its life as a brick. So I don't have an actual computer to work from right now, so I'm in the process of trying to get back all of my DM notes, trying to get a new computer set up, which is really expensive. Minimum of like $1,300 and probably more because I went with like the cheapest graphics card I could get. And I didn't realize that right now there's a graphics card shortage, which means there's a lot of people trying to sell bullshit graphics cards. So I'm probably going to have to pay even more than I thought.
Scalpers are bullshit, man.
Welcome to the new year, bitches.
Man.
One of us had COVID.
Oh, man. Wow. What a...
That was
What a
fun.
time. So, I'm sorry for that audio bit weird thing. Totally know what I'm doing.
We got this.
I can make things look pretty, guys. Like, this looks pretty. That's about it. That's all I do.
I mean, we all know what we're doing.
It's
totally,
just
100% of the time.
Well, if you
100% professionals.
Yes.
you don't know what you're doing, but you do it very positively, I do think that qualifies as knowing what you're doing because you're doing that you don't know what you're doing.
That's a longer version of saying fake it till you make it.
That hurt my brain.
I honestly,
If you're
I stopped
confused, you
listening.
can't
I
question
stopped
it.
listening after the second word. I was like, nope.
Talk for a living.
Yeah, that hurt my brain.
Try and find my notebook that has my stat sheet in it, so I might not be listening right now.
That's fine. I got my stat sheet pulled up already on my phone.
Right. And
I might
find
go
my
grab a
stat sheet, so-
notebook.
Sure. So, by the
I
way, in
can't
case you guys
find-
didn't read the description or didn't see anything on our Twitter, we're starting session 0 for a Monster of the Week campaign. Hopefully, a nice and short one. Hopefully, not lasting more than 4 sessions. That's what we're
Maybe.
planning.
Maybe.
Maybe. But, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're starting session 0, so we're reviewing how to play the system. We're reviewing character creation because little Cass here still hasn't made a character. That's what we're going to go through.
Also, I don't know where my character sheet is, so I'm gonna do mine again.
Yes.
I already know my character, so it'll be easy to fill out.
Yes.
All right.
You're
I might go
Wednesday
grab a
Addams.
notebook.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's fine.
go ahead. You do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a notebook.
Okay.
I will be back.
So a brief synopsis of like the characters that exist so far. Maddie's character is Wednesday Addams. My character is
How
Femme Bobby
intentionally.
Singer. Yep. And
Like, I
then
didn't mean for her to be Wednesday Addams. It was just like, oh, I like this piece and this piece and this piece, and now it's Wednesday Addams.
I mean, to be fair,
It
it
doesn't
was
have the same backstory, just FYI, guys.
to be fair, it was a Halloween one shot.
It's
So
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It did fit the vibe, and I appreciate
Totally
that.
fit the vibe.
yes.
Speaking
And
of,
then Ryan's character is the doctor.
Are you gonna still be playing that character, Ryan, or are you coming up with a new one? Wait, he walked away from this.
yeah, he walked
Never
away.
mind. He can't
He's-
hear me. We could say all sorts of things right about him right now. Ooh.
I mean, I say all sorts of things to his face.
We have no problem with that.
No. That's
Well,
how
I
I
know.
make friends.
Let's compliment him behind his back.
Ooh.
I think he's really great at world building.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. And he has a great sense of humor.
True, and he's always down to play something weird.
Yes.
If you come up with an idea, he's really willing to play with you on that.
He's good at creating a vast repertoire of characters.
He's very good at improv and just coming up with shit on the spot.
Yes.
Because we definitely go places he does not plan for us
Oh.
to go.
I mean, like,
Including situations that make him have that put his characters that he creates go into existential crisis mode.
Yeah. But I will never be happier, well, so far, probably, than the improv session of me getting to kill Skeleton with a watermelon.
I
And
mean,
just like
yeah.
that,
Mm-hmm.
yeeks. I
Yes.
don't know what could top that. That's currently what I'm drawing right now, is that scene.
Yeah.
That is what I'm drawing.
that's awesome. I can't wait for that.
I have several pictures that I drew that I need to finish so I can actually, like, color them.
Yeah.
That reminds me, speaking of pictures, I'm going to send something in our Discord chat. Now, technically, I forgot I had this, and now I need to also message this person, because I actually have a map of Willowbrook made,
Oh.
but I lost the actual image somewhere in my image transfer when I switched computers. So I need to message the person, Paladin Arts, by the way, on Instagram. Please check their stuff out, guys. They're awesome. But I got this made a while ago, and I figure you guys could also take a look if you want.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That is so pretty.
There's like this giant forest as well surrounding it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is really pretty.
There is only 2 roads out of Willowbrook?
Yes.
Yes.
And that is canon. There are only 2 roads out of Willowbrook.
Oh my
That's it.
god.
Uh-huh.
And the rest you gotta go through the forest.
Uh-huh.
Damn. Okay. Nothing bad will happen there.
No, nothing bad ever happens there. It's totally fine.
Nothing bad happens in the forest.
Nothing bad ever happens. It's
Well, it's a
fine.
good thing you got yourself a bit of a MacGyver here.
You know someone who knows the lay of the land.
Yeah.
True.
Right.
I know my way around this place.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm gonna have to place you probably somewhere in that forest area.
I'm like on the outskirts, kind of.
Yeah. And I'll have to label things out. But while everyone's getting prepped, I guess I'll talk a little bit about Willowbrook. So Willowbrook is a small town in northeastern Pennsylvania. If anyone's ever visited the state, there is a lot of trees, there is a lot of forest, and there is a lot of nothing. So
Lovely.
Just the way we like it.
yes, there's exactly. So I set Willowbrook in the late 90s. So anyone born or who have experienced that era are going to have fun knowing that there are no smartphones.
Troll dolls.
I know!
All the Furbies.
Yeah.
Pogs.
Hey,
Pogs.
guys, I wasn't born yet.
Oh,
So you're gonna experience the good shit.
yes.
Oh my god.
I mean, for the most part, I did experience quite a bit of it because my parents are.
Oh, speaking
yeah.
of Furbies, I came across someone on TikTok the other day who was talking about Furbies, like the classic Furbies, and his did not need batteries like mine did.
what?
Like, I had never-
one of those
I had
weird
never
ones?
known a-
No.
Yeah,
Ones
no,
that were just kind of like
I've
their
got a
own
story about
sustaining
that.
power source kind of thing. Like you don't know where
Yeah.
it's coming from. It's just always on.
Yeah,
Furbies
no,
are
my
easy.
Furby. Yeah, my
have a
Furby did
story
not need
about that.
batteries. I had not known anyone else until a couple days ago that someone else had a Furby that did not need batteries.
I got a Furby when I was younger, and it was great, except I couldn't figure out how to turn it off, and it was in my room, and it kept making noise. So I put it in the bathroom, and I just piled a bunch of, like, towels on top of it. And my mom came into the bathroom in the middle of the night. She was like, "What are these doing on the floor?" She starts picking them up and taking them off, and the thing goes, "Hey!" And she was like, "Ah!"
Oh, I've got one.
That's amazing.
So, my sister had one, right?
Yeah.
And,
Right.
Like, I don't remember how, but it ended up at my house one day, at one point, and it just would not shut up. So I got up, I took the batteries out of them, like, fuck you, you're creepy as shit. And it just kept going. And when it kept going, I went, nope. I got up, walked out to my my dad's tool shed, grabbed a hammer, came back inside, smashed the thing to hell.
Oh my god.
And just as I'm lying back down to go back to sleep, I just hear this. I love.
Oh god. That's a
And I just
fucking
went,
horror movie.
No. Oh,
See, mine just kept going, feed me, yum.
Yeah. I took it outside and I burned it.
Have you heard the story of the gal that got two of them, and she was like on her way to like she gave them to her daughter, and then they went to an amusement park, and they put the Furbies in the trunk, and when they came back to the car, there was like police surrounding it and people, and they were like, "Ma'am, is this your car?" It was like, "Yeah," and like, "You need to open the trunk right now." And apparently they turned on and started going, "Hey, it's dark in here." People thought there was like a child trapped in the trunk.
No.
Dude.
That's fucked up.
Dude, I
I
just would have
know.
been like, that's not mine.
No. But if you don't know what it is, you're like, yeah, this is my car. What's going on?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
That's great. Well,
I
oh,
I
go ahead.
honestly want to see if my Furby is actually still in my storage unit or if it like survived throughout the years, and I want to see if I still have it.
They
Why?
always survive. They will survive.
After the horror
beyond
stories
us.
that we just told, you're just like, I must seek it out.
What if I still have it?
Yes, I kind of am interested to see if I still have my Furby.
I never had one. I just didn't like those things. I didn't.
Can't imagine why.
Like as creeped out as I was by my Furby, I still loved the damn thing because it was a tiger striped Furby.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Obviously, the robot overlords figured out a way to get into your heart. Yes, Tiger's Day.
And besides, if I do happen to have it, I can freak out Nathan with it. He
That's a
hates
really
dolls.
actually good reason for
Yes,
it now.
do please continue to tell me about the things that scare you. As I continue
that,
to
honey?
make this slight horror campaign. I'm not good with horrors, guys. I'm not good with horror genres. I'm good with fantasy and stuff, but horror is not something that I'm versed
I'll
in.
tell you,
But I'm trying.
monster made out of red vine candy, and I will be terrified.
So-
Blue hot
so-
dogs. Just saying.
So, Liz, you would really hate to be where my players are at right now in the Megalodonia campaign.
Oh
'cause you
right,
hate
oh
your
right.
players.
Those
Yeah, you
I
hate
do
your
not like
fucking
those
players.
monsters.
I do not hate my players. I just want them to figure out what the heck they're doing in there. and how to get the hell out.
You hate
And
your
all the
players, is what I'm hearing.
And all the while, there just happens to be a horde of zombies with 2 Mega Raptor skeletons in it.
Right.
That's something you do when you love your players.
Right?
So, we need to go over character creation.
Right. Yes.
Yes. All right.
That's
I
why.
know. I'm pretty sure, Ryan, yours was the mad scientist.
The doctor
so.
kind of
Which
character.
is the captain, not anything to do with the Doctor Who, canon series.
Nope, completely different
nothing to
character.
do with it.
Completely different character.
Nothing to do with it at all.
Totally not
Your
your
Original
OC.
character, do not squeal.
Totally not. Yeah.
Your captain character is as original as Garland.
Oh my God!
Ooh.
She went there.
That's
Ooh,
okay.
Oh, I
Deep
felt
cut.
that from here.
Fuck!
deep cut. Oh.
Love you, bud.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, I'm gonna remember that when we start. I'm gonna remember that when we start. When we start TPK back up.
It was nice knowing you, Avonlea.
For some reason, Bonbon's just on the floor dead.
And there's a garland of flowers on the top of her head. What the heck?
Like 150 points of mental damage.
Oh, man.
Weird.
They're crazy.
She's just
rolled
baracuda for some
so
reason.
well.
It would be another
17,
murder
nat
mystery.
20.
Okay.
She turned into a lizard cat.
Jeez. Well, character creation goes like this. We do not have classes in Monster of the Week. We have archetypes, I believe. Archetypes or playbooks? I believe they're playbooks.
Like books.
Uh-huh, playbooks. I was right.
Yep.
I totally know what I'm doing, guys. We have
You fit in
playbooks,
so
and
well
there
with the rest of
are
us.
different playbooks for the game. However, there are a set list in the handbook that you can find in there. And the one condition that I gave these guys, and I will also do same for Cass, is do not pick the Chosen. Now, the reason why I do this is because the Chosen playbook sort of seems like the, like, hey, look at me, I'm the main character class.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what I want. I want all of you to be your own main characters in this story. And so that's why I specifically was like, nope, not going to include that in the game. Also, to preface, this is usually meant for 3 to 4 players max, including the keeper, who is the technical DM in this situation. But I will be adjusting because why not? Because why not, and it'll be fun. I just have to create even more monsters and hard scenarios for these guys. Which, balance. It's totally how balancing works, right, Ryan?
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, definitely.
Don't mind me. I will be just sitting here giving you absolutely no advice on this.
Sure. I mean, no, that's fine. No, please let me fail.
How you learn.
That is how you learn. Absolutely. And that's also
Fail
kind of like
also-
how the mechanics work in this game, too. Oh, Avonlea, were you going to say something?
Fail stands for first attempt in learning.
Dang.
That's deep, man.
That's, yeah, it's, oh my god. So, you can take a look at the playbooks. I know, Avonlea has already chosen the hard case. I believe so. Yeah, the hard case, which is, right, the hard
Big
case?
game hunter.
Or yes, the big game hunter. Right. They're
Yes.
they're really similar. Actually, hard case and big game hunter are pretty similar. The only real main difference is that you're more focused on hunting specifically. So she is the quote unquote Bobby Singer of the campaign. So do you want to talk about your...
I'm just a bit more lighthearted than the actual Baba Singer.
Oh, so you're not written by CW writers? Wow.
I know, right?
No, do you want to talk about your character a little bit?
So her name is Samantha Fowler. Sammy for short, or Sam. And like a little bit like Bobby Singer, she does hunting of the creepy and the eldritch and whatever goes bump in the night. And she got into it because some random creature, some random eldritch horror being, she doesn't know what the fuck, ate her parents. And so she's been kind of on a path of vengeance. But in the meantime, she's also been hunting whatever else goes bump in the night around town. And she does have a little bit of weird, which in Monster of the Week is weird is considered magic in this campaign, or in the world of Monster of the Week. And her weird is that she makes pop culture and offhand references to things that happened after the 90s.
Yeah.
It's a great cover your ass.
Yes. So she'll make references from today, but it's in the 90s, so no one knows what the fuck she's talking about. Except now for the captain. And he's weirded out by this. And from the Halloween episode, there were some pretty good conversations about this.
He's
What's
not
that,
really
Ryan?
weirded out so much as just, that's interesting. You don't fully belong here.
What do you mean I don't belong here, shorty?
Shorty.
You? Okay.
Oh gosh. So she's playing the Big Game Hunter, and then Maddie, last time you played the Spooky, right? Our little
played
Wednesday
Spooky.
Addams.
Yeah.
So,
And,
do you want to talk a little bit about your not Wednesday but Wednesday Addams character?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much to reveal about her backstory because we haven't got into that too much, or how much we should even care about that. I don't know. But basically, her name is Lily, or Lilith, or her full name is Lilith, but she goes by Lily. She carries around a very cultist-looking dagger that she uses to kill monsters with. And she's just kind of going around trying to find every monster that she can, because she's looking for one specific monster, but she doesn't know exactly what it was. But it took something very important from her, and she's just trying to find that one to get it back. And she doesn't really have
Did it take her childhood from her?
in a sense, for sure.
That was meant to be a joke? I was not expecting that to be... Okay.
In a sense, yeah. She doesn't really have emotions, but I do. So sometimes when I'm playing, I will start laughing and having a big grin, but just know that she is being just completely stone-faced the entire time. She doesn't do emotion. Yeah. So she's just trying to kind of find every monster that she can, and creeping everybody out that she meets, and not appreciating being called Wednesday for some reason. I don't understand why these two assholes keep calling me after a day of the week. I don't get it. So if, I may have stabbed the captain at one point for doing such a thing, but you know.
Did you?
He probably
Whatever.
deserved it.
Yeah, I definitely did. I did throw the dagger at you at one point.
So, Maddie, in a sense, your whole trauma is that it took your innocence.
It took something.
In a
Definitely.
sense, it took your innocence.
In a sense, it did.
Oh my
take
God.
something.
It took your innocence.
It did take my innocence. So she doesn't really have a filter. Also, she can't really tell what other people's emotions are. She's not great at figuring out what other people are feeling. So when it comes to you feel a spooky feeling, it's like, what is that? People are scared. I don't understand.
You feel a spooky feeling. She smiles.
Yeah. Tickles.
Right. And then Ryan, you had your character in our last campaign. The captain, who's totally not.
So the captain is basically he arrived in town. Nobody knows who he is. He kind of just showed up. he seems to be looking for some sort of blue box that says police on it, which isn't his. But he's mentioned things that nobody seems to know anything about, like a TARDIS and something to do with Time Lords. It's all been really weird. Anyway, he's just kind of there, and he's enjoying the adventure while he looks for basically a ride home.
Yeah, that's basically it. So I think you played
Word hasn't
technically
been invented yet.
the Mad Scientist is your playbook.
I think so, yes.
I believe so. I believe we decided to just stick with Mad Scientist. So if you guys want to go either into the Google Drive that I sent you, or if you still have the file somewhere saved, that's fine. But you can find your playbook there, and then Cass, you get to choose one. So you could either go into the handbook, which is there, the PDF is there, and you could scroll through the ones in the handbook, or I have some additional extra ones in the outside that you can look out. Look at.
So confused.
Hmm?
I'm so confused.
Okay, what are you confused about?
Yes.
I sent you the. So you're in the Google Drive, right?
Yes.
I think she needs a breakdown of all the different kinds of character archetypes.
Yeah.
There's a lot in that drive.
There's a lot. That's why I preface you could either go into the actual Monster of the Week PDF, the handbook. It's in there. You'll see like the artwork and everything. You can open it up and then scroll down to where it lists. I think it's page. Hold on, 60 something. Oh no, not 60. 29. Starts on page 29, so you can scroll down there, and there are the sort of like. I don't want to say canon, but basically the canon playbooks that there are. You just cannot choose one of the same playbooks as someone else.
Didn't really want to.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, didn't really want to.
Sure. No, that's fine.
Be the talking dog.
See that you can.
That's what Jack did.
You can you can technically do that unless we might bring Jack back. I don't know. Maybe. If
You said I can't do the Chosen either, right?
No, you can't do the Chosen either.
Damn.
And if there's anything in there that kind of catches your eye, or did you have like a sort of character idea in mind when?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I talked to you a little bit about it.
I thought you said
Previously?
cheerleader.
Kind of, yeah, like ditzy.
Ditzy, okay.
Yeah.
Did you want her to be good at anything, or no?
Yes and no.
Okay, so
I'm so bad at this, by the way.
No, that's fine. This is why we're here. So you could, I think, either the Flake, the Mundane, or if you want to be really funny, you could do the Meddling Kid, which is not technically in the handbook, but is another PDF.
Oh, the Meddling Kid in the other one.
Mm-hmm. The Meddling Kid technically is what Jack used to play her character. Of a talking dog, but you don't have to be a talking dog. You can be, but the Meddling Kid gives you the option to be a boy or a girl or a dog.
You can, if you have all the stats, you can then flavor it with the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the female.
I mean, well, it's more. It's more the class than anything, but sure. But you could either look at the Flake, the Mundane, or the Meddling Kid, which I guess kind of fit your description of what you want. Or if you want to look at the other stuff, totally up to you. But if you kind of like read a description that you're kind of into, let me know, because they list little descriptions of each sort of playbook. so that you can kind of get a feel of like who the character is sort of meant to be, or sort of like the general feel of the character.
I think the mundane.
The mundane? Awesome. I haven't
Yeah.
had someone play the mundane in a while.
Oh, okay. Is that a good thing or?
No, it's just
Yeah.
like I was thinking about it. I was like, oh man, yeah, I haven't seen mundane in a long time. I did have someone play mundane at one point a while ago. Let's find that. I know it's here somewhere. While the keeper is finding playbooks, please check everyone out on their social medias and on their
I think it's like page 68.
68. Almost there. There's a lot of playbooks, guys. I haven't seen anyone play the monsters yet, which I thought would be fun, but unfortunately not. Right. Right, so you could choose basically how you want to look. They give you sort of like a brief description of who your character is, but you're not beholden to do any of that. You can, choose your age, choose anything that you want to wear, whatever, totally up to you.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm being called for food.
Okay, sure.
Ooh, food.
So, do you see a little bit underneath that where it says ratings?
Yes.
Ratings, pick one line. So all of those basically are going to be your modifiers for your stats.
Oh, okay.
There's charm, cool, sharp, tough, and weird. All of those, I think, ratings are for when you roll for different moves. Moves are just things that you do in-game while you're generally investigating a mystery or in an encounter. It's a lot of...
So, like, the ability checks.
Yeah, basically.
Right? Okay.
But there's not a whole different, there's not, more than 12 of them. There's only these 4, 5.
Yeah.
I'm awake. I promise.
And I think we just roll d6s, I think,
Yes.
for the whole thing.
You roll
Yeah.
2 d6s, and then you add whatever modifier that is that you have listed, and that's it. However, you have to pick a line. So, basically, you can only choose one of those lines of boxes. So, either the +2 charm to -1 weird, or the next one that has all of those stats. You can't apply different ones.
Liz, can you do a description of what kind of things we would get with those stats? Like, what would be the scenario where you would use sharp or whatever?
Right, so that's where moves come in. So moves are basically, I believe, investigate a mystery, if you're doing magic, if you're talking to someone in an encounter, or trying to get information out, if you need to do something quickly and do it well, if you're going to be, trying to puzzle information together. That's what moves are. Now, for weird, generally, it's just magic. So, if you are a magic user, or if your character has to use a lot of magic, it's good to have a very high weird rating. If you're very, very tough and rugged, and you can take a lot of hits, if that's what you want for your character, then you use tough. What other examples for sharp and the others? I know I have them.
Okay, just a quick caveat here while we're here, because I think we did this with my character last time.
Mm-hmm. Right, we did something weird with your ratings. I forgot.
Yeah. I think what it was that we took one of the rows there. We took the total that you would have, the total amount of points. So, like for that last line for the mad scientist, it's +1 charm, +1 cool, +1 sharp, 0 tough, and +2 weird.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a total of 5. We took those 5 points and just redistributed them as however I wanted to.
Yeah, we did.
I
And the
think that's
reason
what
we
we
did
did.
so was because just to fit your character a little bit better.
Yeah.
Um,
What I'm saying is, if I have that option, I think everybody else should have that option just to make it
sure.
fair.
That's up to that's up to
so-
you guys if you want to sort of put stuff where you would like. That's up to you, or if you want to just set the preset thing and not have to think about it. That's
Yeah, I don't want to have to think about it.
okay. Sure.
Really don't want to think about it.
Sure. Yeah. No problem. Tough. Right. The moves technically that you use for tough are to kick some ass and to protect someone, or attack, defend, sort of thing. Sharp is what you use to investigate a mystery, or read a bad situation, sort of like your perception and insight checks or investigation checks. Cool is when you have to act under pressure and help out. So, like, for an example, if you're in a situation where you're being chased by trees that have come to life for whatever reason. If you're trying to, if one of them swings at you and you want to try to dodge it, then you could act under pressure. That's basically when you would roll your 2d6 and add your cool modifier that you've pre-selected. Same thing with, again, I think charm I already said it was like persuasion, or if when you're talking to someone, or if you're trying to deceive someone. That's your
It's basically 5 points spread out over ratings, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's different per playbook. That's the thing.
Yeah, it is different per playbook. That's true. But if
Like,
you
it
have...
doesn't actually work with this. Like, I noticed this last time. The playbooks aren't meant to be modified this way.
No, they're
So-
not.
Like, they don't allow for this sort of, like, non-linear thinking.
Well, the reason why they do that is whenever you end a sort of mystery or an investigation, that's when all of your basically failed ratings come up, and you use those to add to your ratings should you need. So for any time that you fail a move, that is when you add, I believe it is experience, right? You add experience. So anytime you roll a 6 or less, which means you fail, you add experience. And then at the end of the mystery, if you fill all of your experience points, then you get to add a +1 to charm, or you can add a +1 to tough, or whatever you would like. So that as the game continues, then you improve on those ratings. So it's your failures help you in the future when you investigate other mysteries again. So that's kind of why you're not meant to sort of like readjust those points initially.
Yeah.
But we were doing a one shot, so I didn't really mind us doing that modification.
How many
Again.
times can you fail before you get an experience point, I guess? Is it per stat, or is it just in general?
No, it's in general. So like any move that you roll for, if you fail, if you get a 6 or less, then you fill up 1 experience.
Okay. How many experience... Okay, so it's 1 experience per fail?
Yes.
And then when do we add those experience points to our ratings?
So once you fill all of them up, there are 5. There are
Okay.
5 like experience points that you could get in sort of like a session or a campaign, usually a session. And in that case, once all of them are filled up, once all 5 are filled up, you level up. And then you get to choose 1 improvement after that. And the
Okay, so
Mhm.
just as an example, if I fail a tough check 5 times, I get 1 experience point that I can add to any of my ratings? Is that what I'm...
kind of,
Understanding?
yes and no. So it's for any rating. So it doesn't have to specifically be 1.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, does it...
that I was just using tough as an example for saying like, is it can it be the same one over and over again, or can you only fail each rating once to get an experience point?
No, it could be the same one. It could be a different one each time. It's more or less just focus on any time you fail a roll. It doesn't have to be a specific thing. It's just any time you have to roll for something and you get 6 or below, then you get 1 experience. And then again, if 6 or low, another experience.
Okay. So, and it's 5.
Yeah, there's usually 5 in the
5 fails equals 1 experience point, right?
No, each fail is an experience point.
Okay, but each fail does not increase a stat. You have to get 5 fails to increase a stat.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So,
like, calling each fail an experience point makes it really weird.
Yeah, I know.
Because...
It's so basically, like, if you look at any of the playbooks after it says harm or whatever, it does say leveling up, and you'll see experience, and there are 5 boxes there. Whenever you roll a 6, you'll get a total of 6 or less. You mark an experience box, and then when you've filled all 5 experience boxes, you level up. Then you get the opportunity to choose one of the improvements, and that usually includes adding a +1 to a rating or a stat, like charm or cool or tough or sharp. There are other options you can choose, but basically that's how it usually goes.
And you get 1 experience point per mystery.
No, you get 1 experience point every time you roll a 6 or less.
Right. Sorry.
That's total.
You get 1 rating upgrade per mystery.
Yes,
you can only get 1.
Yeah, basically.
Like, so if you fail just all the time during a mystery and you get like 10 fails, you don't get 2.
No, you don't get 2 level ups. It's per mystery.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So now that we got that settled, when you see, do you see where it says like +2, +1, sharp, and 0? You see all of those like optional ratings, Cass?
Yes.
So you pick one of those 5 lines as your basically what you want. So you could be still really charming, but you could maybe afford to have a -1 in weird because you're not really going to use weird. But if you want to maybe have an opportunity to cast some spells later on, you might choose the one that has a +1 to weird. And that's totally up to you. Whatever you feel like would be best for your character. I would probably try to stay away from negatives, but there's usually at least 1 negative in most ratings. So basically, once you choose which line you want to apply, then you have to keep that in mind when you basically roll for your moves. So that's why you have to check it, so you know which modifiers to apply after you roll your 2d6.
Okay.
And Liz, I think I did a little like what Ryan did and did my own modified version to better suit my character.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you go with the 5 points, or what did you go with?
I went with I think the 6 points. I think is what the one I have.
Yeah.
-1 in charm, 1 or 1.
Basically, all we did was turn it into point buy.
Yeah, that's yeah, kind of what we did. At least for the one shot we did. So, but I'll definitely let you guys still do that. Because again,
I don't know if we want to do this now or circle back after we've done more with Cass of the moves that I can do because of weird. I don't remember what I had selected last time. I have a vague idea.
Let me see if I can open up because I know I have a PDF of the spooky by itself. Right. And you do you remember your dark side tags?
Kind of. Can you remind me what dark side does again?
Dark side tags is so it's whenever okay, so I'll just read the description. Your
Yeah.
powers have an unsavory source, and sometimes you get tempted to do things you shouldn't. These could be orders from whatever granted your power, or urges that bubble up from your subconscious. Something like that. Whatever it is unsettling. The keeper can
Right.
ask you to do nasty things when your powers need you to. If you do whatever is asked, you mark experience. If you don't do it, then your powers are unavailable until the end of the mystery. So basically, you pick things that if you don't. Things that are basically. How do I say?
Destructive.
Yes, destructive that are sort of like side effects of using your magic.
Right.
So, and in that case, I can ask you to do things, and if you don't do that, then it's that those are basically going to be your side effects.
Basically, you're a warlock.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Do you want me to tell you what things I chose?
Yes, you picked 3 tags.
Right. Okay. So I'm going with violence,
Mhm.
self-destruction, and
Mhm.
pain.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. Big knife. That's what I had.
Right. Violence, self-destruction, and pain. Okay, and so you wanted to go over moves, right? Moves that you can do as the spooky?
Yes.
Right. So
how many?
each playbook has their own moves that they can do besides the typical moves that you could do basically like anyone could do regardless of playbook. But there are specific ones that are listed for each playbook. The spooky moves are very interesting. I think I want to say I definitely say I know you chose the site for sure.
Yes. I know I chose sight, and I think I chose hex.
Right.
I think it was
Okay.
jinx. I think it was hex.
Mhm.
Some aspirin awareness sort of. Might have also chosen big whammy.
I mean, if you want, you can choose those. Again, I'm not
Yeah.
if you want, you can choose those 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Sure. So, Cass, once you've decided which line of modifiers, which ratings to pick, you also get moves as the mundane. So
Okay.
you get all of the basic moves plus 3 that are listed. So you have to check 3 of those options. So depending on what you kind of want your character to be good at, or maybe not so good at, you can read those moves and those, and you can do those, but you can't do any of the other ones that you don't select. You can only pick 3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to tell you when I figure that out?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I'm already done.
All right, great. So
Because I've
what-
basically just been doing that when Natty was doing it.
sure, yeah.
The oops, power part, and trust me.
Oops, power of heart when fighting a monster if you help someone. Yeah, okay. And then what was the last one?
Trust me.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Right. Okay. And did you choose any gear yet? That's a little bit below that.
Nope.
Okay.
You funny.
Now, you could choose 2 of any of those weapons. Whether or not you're going to have them on your person at all times is going to be kind of meh. Because if you are going to play some sort of like cheerleader or anything like that, I don't believe you're going to have a hunting rifle with you at all times.
Unless you get creative about where you're holding it.
No, hunting rifles are my specialty. Just as my truck.
Yeah.
So.
Kind of carry around a big knife like it's a teddy bear, so.
But that was one of her options, yeah. So you can pick 2.
Yeah.
But do keep in mind that's going to be within context. God, I forgot nunchucks wasn't was an option for the mundane.
Do I have to pick 2 or?
You don't have to pick 2. You can pick 2. You can pick up to 2 weapons, but you don't have to pick 2 if you don't want to.
Can they be the same one?
What do you mean?
I can't just have 2 of one.
2 of one
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll say sure. You know what? Sure.
Okay.
If she did the nunchucks, I was about to say fuzzy nunchucks.
That would be
Like the
amazing.
fuzzy dice, that's amazing.
I wasn't gonna go for nunchucks.
What were you going to go for?
I was just gonna do like 2 pocket knives.
That's fine. Just each pocket knife will do that same amount of harm. So harm is basically the damage that you do to a monster. Now some of those weapons do have descriptions like messy or loud or anything like that. Those are just things that could be side effects of using those weapons, like the hunting rifle. If Avonlea wants to use any of her rifles, they are loud, so they could draw more attention to her if you guys are trying to be secretive. So that could be an effect of using that weapon. If you're trying to make a quick getaway, and you're using a weapon that is messy, you're going to leave some mess behind, and that's going to be an extra step in you cleaning it up or just running away and leaving it there for someone to find. So that's up to that's why those descriptions are there. And yeah, you get a means of transport, which is great for you. You're gonna need it.
That one I was thinking the new car.
Are you gonna get the car?
Yeah.
Fairly new car in decent condition. Okay. I just took a look at chat. You're watching us on a screen, like on a television screen? That is amazing.
Yes, she is.
What?
Slight lag between
We're
the
so
two.
fancy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Blistar has us like live on her television right now.
Goodness.
Strike a pose.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it.
Damn.
And there's the options for introduction. So that is totally up to, I'm going to leave this up to you guys. So usually when you play Monster of the Week, there's already a preset connection between you and the other players. But we didn't do that in the one-shot before because it didn't feel right for all of you to have known each other.
Nope. We just use that one shot to introduce everyone.
Basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's, and then it gives a history of like what options you have for connections. But I'll leave it up to you guys whether or not you want to discuss any previous connections that you have. If you want to actually pick up from the last session, or if you want to start anew, what are you guys kind of thinking?
I kind of want to pick up.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I was
pick up
about
from
to
last
say,
session.
Didn't the last session end with us all getting reset in a time loop or some shit?
Yes.
Kind of.
I mean,
But
the
we
day was
still remember
reset.
everything.
It
Do
wasn't
we?
a time. Yeah, we do.
Because, like, there was that implication that we had done this all before.
Oh, what?
I thought that was like something similar had happened before. Didn't think it was, oh, you're in a time loop now. I got that the day had been reset. but it wasn't like, okay, now it's just gonna keep being reset each day.
Well, like, that lady said something along the lines, like, or maybe it was she was from the future or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got.
Yeah, but basically, like, once we had completed that mystery, she reset the day. We still remember everything, and so does she, but we're just, like, reliving that day as it was supposed to be without any BS.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was figuring, picking up from that, Captain just kind of started staying at Sam's place because he had nowhere else to go, and Sam's like, well, I have an extra room. I got a guest bedroom.
Oh.
You can help pay rent.
Well, that was like, didn't we start discussing, like, what if he found his TARDIS?
Yeah.
But it was just stuck there? Oh, no, yeah, that
Yep.
was it. My TARDIS was stuck or something. Or was it
Yeah.
gone? I don't know.
I don't know. I was thinking it may have been one of the outhouses.
Yeah, at the fair.
Yeah.
I hate you.
And we were just, like, really shit at finding it.
I mean, none of you guys went in. That's the thing. No one discusses actually going to the bathroom in tabletop RPGs.
Yeah.
Okay, like, I'm just gonna say this right now. I do not want my TARDIS to be an outhouse, please.
Oh,
I
just
should
wait
actually
until
know what it was, though, because I mean, like, I saw it when it landed, right? I would know what it looks like. It's just whether or not I can get back to it.
Yeah.
just wait till I have the edited versions of my recordings for my campaign.
So
The real question,
sure, go ahead.
because Lily just kind of wanders in and out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So do we think that before she wandered off, Sammy managed to snag her, or did she just like wander off and Sammy's like, where'd she go?
Ooh, how would you? How should that play out? Because I would figure Sammy would at least try to look for Lily. Lily, kiddo.
Yes.
Oh, where'd that kid run off to?
I think she
And
would just
eventually
start
find Lily.
back in the woods
Yeah.
somewhere. So I can't decide if I want her to already be with Sammy or just wandering out of the woods when shit goes down.
Well, I mean,
would
she needs
feel
a
like
place
at
to
some
sleep.
point. Yeah.
Well, I do think she is sleeping in the woods. She's made
I feel
like a
like
little.
She just fades out of existence when she has to sleep.
I feel like at
close my
some
eyes and the world
point.
disappears.
Because in the previous session, there has been made mention of Sam kind of knowing of Lily, just not really knowing Lily.
Yeah, like you've seen her around town at some point,
Yeah, in passing.
right?
But this last session was like actually getting to know Lily a bit better and realizing, oh, where the hell are this kid's parents? And then Lily disappearing again into the woods, Sam going to look for Lily, finding out that last place she was seen was entering back into the woods. It was like, Lily, do you need a place to stay?
I have these leaves I'm sleeping on.
Oh, honey.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, Lily. No.
Wintertime is coming.
So,
Lily, no.
I have a question.
Sure.
The line in ratings that you pick, that's added to the same stuff that you have. Okay, so then what's actually in the score here? Because there's the ratings, which is the stats you get. So I have 5 points to distribute. But then I see this thing over here. What is that?
You can't be
the
pointing
little-
at something and then me being like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, hold on.
I mean, you could always share your screen, bud.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So, where did, okay. Here. This bit right here.
Right. So that's basically what you're moving the line over to that box.
Okay, so the highest a stat could feasibly be, if I decided to be real fucking stupid, is 5. If I decided to put all 5 points into one fucking stat.
Well, I mean, technically you can. I mean, but yes. I mean,
The
yeah,
highest
no.
it goes
Yes,
up
you
to is
can.
3.
Yes, you can, because you're doing the thing. But yes.
Okay. So I only have 5 points. These aren't like things I add to that, right?
No. You have
Okay.
5 points to distribute within each of those things.
Because there's like negative modifiers in these and stuff. So like I was just wondering what that was. Because I don't know what these little checkboxes here mean.
I mean, that's what you would be doing. You would be moving what's over there on the left and then moving it to the right. But since we're doing something different for you guys, then
Oh, okay.
that's why you can't do that.
Okay. So in that case, I think I'm not even going to change mine. I'm just going to go with 1 in the first 3 and then 2 in weird.
Yeah.
Sure.
Unless I need sharp more than I need weird. I think I need sharp more than weird. don't I?
Yeah, because I think weird is more like hexes and
Uh-huh.
magic and stuff.
Well-
and I don't think
well-
Captain does that.
Well, my tech is my magic. We've established
Right.
that my use of technology from the future, alien technology, is synonymous with magic in this game.
Right.
So I do need weird. But I think I need sharp more.
That's up to you. Again, sharp is more for investigation and
Then,
noticing
yeah,
things.
I would probably need sharp more. And then what is cool?
Cool is basically your act under pressure or helping out someone, but you have to do it quickly, or you have to think on your feet.
So yeah, like being the character that's totally not Doctor Who, like acting cool under pressure is kind of a thing. Like all he does.
Well, also keep in mind you're going to gain experience if we're going to be doing a
Yeah.
longer one shot.
Yeah,
So,
a 4-shot or whatever.
excuse me 1 second.
All right. I think I know what my stats are going to be then. All right, I'm going to go with a 2 in sharp instead of weird, because I think I'm going to use that more.
Okie doke.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stop watching this.
And then moves. These are the things I have.
These are the things that you have, yes.
Yeah.
I forgot whether we decided you have access. I don't think you have access to your TARDIS technically.
Technically, no.
You do not. You were searching for it, but you couldn't find it
Yeah.
in the last one.
Yeah. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still looking for it. In the meantime, you're at my place in the guest room.
Unless I decide to take this laboratory thing, I guess that would technically be my TARDIS.
Yeah, that would technically be your TARDIS. And what we also could do, let's see, right, because you have different things as your laboratory.
Is there another one, another sort of scientist type character that we were considering?
Right. We were looking at another scientist one.
'Cause some of this isn't really looking familiar.
Right. I think we were looking at a different scientist one at one point.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. By the way, if some of this isn't making sense to you guys, we also, in terms of like character talk, we did our one shot a while ago during Halloween of last year, which feels weird to say, which is up on our YouTube. If you guys want to check that out and watch that before we continue on with our next adventure in Willowbrook. So that's in our YouTube. That you're currently watching. If you're not, then what are you where are you getting this information from?
Annalise got them shark girl vibes.
Oh, absolutely. Like, definitely. I've been waiting for this moment. I am so happy that it lasted long enough for me to do that move.
Right.
That was it. After that, the fight was over, and I'm so happy I got to do that.
I still consider my proudest moments to be convincing a demon to fully explain a contract to me and putting a pirate in existential crisis
Yeah.
and rethink his whole life.
That's amazing.
Hence why I plan on multi-classing as a bard when we get to that point.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Right?
That should cause some good drama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to recall which one we technically did for you.
I don't think I did Mad Scientist.
Especially when, because the Strixhaven stuff came out, and they have, like, Lorehaven stuff. And it's like, broken bard shit.
Also because Annalise is hella biased against bards, so that'll be very interesting.
I wish I had access to the Strixhaven stuff, but I don't.
I think you did the Traveler.
Yeah, the Traveler.
That's
Was
what
it
you
the
did.
Traveler?
Yes, you
That
did the
sounds
Traveler.
familiar.
That's what you did.
I feel like if you had had the science lab, you definitely would have been like, "That's my TARDIS," and we were not playing with your
Right,
I
we
would've
did the Traveler for
Definitely
you.
had a TARDIS.
That's in the drive.
The Drive playbook?
No,
no, that's
the Google Drive.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find
It's
it.
closer to the bottom, next to the Snoop.
I feel like I have content sharing on in D&D Beyond, so that way you can at least look at Strixhaven.
I think you have to be the DM for that.
Oh.
Hey guys, can we take a break?
Sure.
Okay.
That
like food or bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Totally. So what we can do is take a 15-minute break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back at, like, when the clock hits 30 or 35.
Sure.
That's it. Yeah,
Something
sure.
like that.
Yeah. Let's do 7:35.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So 15-minute break. We'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, please. Stay with us, please. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I explained why it took me longer than normal.
Really, that was sarcasm.
Okay.
What is punctuality?
That was sarcasm.
What is that?
We are never punctual.
Well, I mean,
I know, but we're not normally this late.
yeah, sorry guys.
I don't know.
Hello.
But we're here. Don't worry. We're all still here.
That was
We are
definitely
alive.
15 minutes.
It was, yeah, that was
Totally.
15 minutes, you guys.
Absolutely. I don't know what you're
Totally
talking about.
15 minutes.
Totally just 15.
It was 15 minutes that got a little
minutes.
stretched out.
Yeah, no.
It
We
did
never
that.
said it was going to be consecutive 15 minutes.
Exactly. We're taking a minute from the past hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
15 minutes. 15 minutes definitely happened.
Yeah, I know. I explained why
that
it
time.
took me longer.
But technically, it
than normal.
was 15 minutes. That was sarcasm.
Okay.
What is
Logic is
punctuality?
That was sarcasm.
That is
We are
We never
never
said
punctual.
Well, I mean,
15 minutes. I know, but we're not normal.
okay.
Live.
That is true.
So
So, I mean, like,
That did
technically
not
we
happen?
didn't lie.
This is new
Anywho.
information.
So, we're still going through your character creation, Cass, I believe.
yes, I think so.
Okay. I think we pretty
I
much
think so.
did everything for you, though.
I mean, the last thing we did was the transport.
Yes, the transport. Which
So
you,
if there's
I think,
anything
did
past
the,
that, the
Yeah,
car.
City Girl's got herself a nice brand new car, fairly used.
So yeah, I mean, we can talk a little bit about that. Did you still have like a very vague idea for your character? Did you have like an age in mind or anything like that?
Kind of, but also no.
Okay, so what were you what was the vague idea that you had?
So for age, either somewhere around my age or like 24. Somewhere around there. So like mid-20s.
okay, mid-20s, right?
So was she held back in high school?
No, cheerleader at a university.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
I mean, I never said cheerleader. All I said was ditzy.
I know, but I mean, like, that's...
She's a sorority girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, like, if you want. There is a, like, community college, in Willowbrook, so we could set you up there, if that's what
Okay.
you would like to do.
She had high hopes of going to a university and being part of sorority, but she went to community college instead, so she created her own sorority.
And it's just currently made up of her.
Yes.
Okay,
She's
you know
got,
what?
like,
You don't
all
have to
the stories.
call me out.
No!
She just got a box of
Damn.
sorority shirts in her car, just stacked up.
No. But I mean, yeah, we could definitely set you up as like just a regular college student. You wanted her to be ditzy. Would she have a job of any kind?
I mean, I was expecting that because otherwise college is expensive.
Yeah.
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 Not if her parents were rich. You could always have a rich mom and daddy.
Well, if she had a rich
It's
mom and
the
daddy, she wouldn't
90s.
be going to community college.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, unless she pissed them off for some reason.
Yeah.
Or
And that's her punishment.
Yeah.
college
for
is their
everything.
parents' alma mater, and she's, doing the family thing, and it's what's expected of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, there are plenty of reasons for that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the 90s, so the possibilities are near endless now.
Mm-hmm. Get away with just about anything in the 90s.
No, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just now realizing that this character is 100% older than Ryan.
Okay.
Like,
All of
Wait.
these characters are older than I am.
yeah,
Wait,
Lily's
Ryan.
older than Ryan.
Well, Lily.
Oh, okay.
Well, Lily
Wait,
might
Ri-
not be.
Might
Ryan,
be
how
Ryan's
old are you?
age.
Huh?
How
Me?
old are you, Ryan?
I'm 31.
Oh.
In real life, I'm 31.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're like the oldest in this group, dude.
I was born in 1990.
Yeah.
I am the youngest in this group.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you
Which
are,
is
sweet
a
baby.
Weird ass dichotomy, considering we're the ones who are married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
God,
so
I said a horrible thought.
your character would be older, so not in her 20s, or
Yes, in her 20s.
okay. All right.
I was just saying
Okay.
she's older than Ryan.
In terms of like, because the 90s were 30 years ago, and now
So
Yeah.
I'm
she's
not gonna
like
lie.
if she was alive now,
24.
she would be like,
Yeah.
40.
I understand
Yeah.
what you mean now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorely tempted to take the ability that lets me take one other hunter's skill, the cross-disciplinary study, and take the laboratory so that I have my TARDIS.
It's still lost.
still locked.
Well, I mean, I would have access to the TARDIS, but like the TARDIS would be stuck where it's at.
Yeah.
I can't use it to travel, but I could use it as like a laboratory.
You basically found your car. The door was still open, but you lost the keys.
Yep.
Or it's out of gas.
Yeah,
If it's like
the
a
battery's
like a
dead or something.
if it's like a TARDIS thing, just like load it up in the truck, take it to the garage.
Yeah, try doing that with the TARDIS.
I will figure out a way.
No, it's possible to move a TARDIS.
No. I just try
Like, they
doing
picked
that
it up
in a
in a fucking helicopter at one point.
yeah, but try doing that in a small suburban town, with just like
what
just
happens when
bringing
you
in.
see something weird that you don't understand? Just keep walking by.
Just
Well,
put
I
a
mean,
tarp over it and say it's an outhouse.
Well, like
Yeah.
that's the thing. What if my TARDIS is a car? Can I
Right.
use it as a car, and then like the entrance to the actual TARDIS itself is like the trunk or something?
Imagine if it's my car.
Oh god.
Oh God, I would
No, the TARDIS is
Well,
the new
then-
car she just got.
no.
No, she got her new car and the TARDIS mixed up.
Yep.
Oh God, and
'Cause
that's
it's
how
the
we
same
have
make
to,
and
that's how
model.
we all have to introduce each other because
Yes.
we've all been staying in my TARDIS. And then the TARDIS her car got mixed up, so now that's how we have to introduce ourselves to each other.
No,
that's how
wait,
she
wait,
gets
wait.
introduced to the
The
group.
TARDIS looks like the Mystery Machine.
Oh god.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just a van. Yeah,
It's just a van.
I personally kind of
Or
wanted
it's a
a
minivan.
I
used
personally
minivan.
kind of wanted a '57 Cadillac convertible pink. You know, the Elvis mobile.
Oh my
Personally,
God.
but I am kind of partial to that idea as well.
I want a divorce. Unless it's the mystery machine. If it is the
She doesn't-
mystery machine, we're good.
That's if I do that, because I might do Mind of Steel or a different ability entirely.
Well, yeah, that would be something. That would be something that you guys would have to discuss, because if that were the case with like your car buying you buying his car is actually the TARDIS, that's a whole thing. That's almost a pre-established connection, and I know you guys
Which
kind
would
of,
be hilarious.
which would be hilarious. Sure, I'll allow it, but if you again whatever you have to probably just like make that solid decision first. But if Ryan's exploring other options, then
If it
Yeah.
was the car, it would be really interesting because if she could drive it just like a normal car, but then the entrance to actually get in the TARDIS is in like the trunk and you have to open it and then like walk downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
In Fantastic Beasts style, yeah.
or like
Yeah.
it,
Like that's
it's
kind of what I
only-
was thinking.
or it only works if you go in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If it's the Mystery Machine thing.
If you
Right.
do the mystery machine, it only works if you go in the back.
Well,
if
if I was
Either
gonna
way.
do that, I'd say it was like a redesigned U-Haul truck. so that you can't actually get into the back from the cab.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a possibility, but
Not like an actual box truck, but like one of the U-Haul vans. Like, have you seen
Yeah.
those? And then so like you have to get into it from the back, but like she can't open the back doors because I have the key and it's a fucking TARDIS.
Either way, there's an idea that popped into my head that no matter what it is, somehow it's going to end up in Sam's garage.
Oh god, that's how we find out where it's been this whole time.
Like, it just showed up there. I thought it was just somebody dropped it off.
Like
Yeah.
Sam went to a junkyard, said, "Oh, this will be good for parts." Brought it back to our house. Then we did the whole mystery from the last game, and then Sam's taking us back to their house because I don't have a place to stay. And then there's my fucking TARDIS parked in her garage.
Yes.
And then we like go and we drive it around. Like I'm showing everybody if you know what it is, and we drive around a little bit, and then we park it somewhere. And there's another van that's identical, pulls right up because that's the one that my TARDIS modeled itself after when it landed. And then she comes up and takes our car and drives up, and then we gotta go find her.
Yep.
you're just writing this campaign for me, guys. I love it. Thank you so much.
I mean, isn't that always how it goes? The players are the actual ones writing the plot,
yeah,
and the
no,
DM
of
is like,
Yes.
this was the
Okay,
plan
I
all
can't
along.
not do this now. I'm taking laboratory. There are probably some other things I should get, but I'm taking laboratory.
Okay.
Just so that we can have that shenanigan adventure.
All the shenanigans.
The debauchery of it all.
Well, right. Well, now you guys already know the intro to the next session. Or you know, I might change things up a bit. We'll see.
So we'll
Yeah.
just pick up going back to Sam's house, and we'll see what happens from there.
Sure. And wait. So would that mean that Lily would be joining them, or is Lily going to scamper back off into the woods after
I mean,
that whole
it
weird
would
thing?
it depends on the roles, because basically it would be like, well, the monster's gone, I'm heading back to the woods, and whether or not
Lily,
he's
why are you
caught.
going back into the woods? That's dangerous.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. So
Lily, do you
monster.
not have to live?
Yeah,
Lily, do you need-
leave.
Lily, that is not a safe place to sleep. Let's just go to my house. You have a hot meal and a warm place to sleep.
I imagine.
And it's not
I imagine Sam has like a basement with like a day bed.
No, she's got one of them pull-out couches.
Yeah.
She'll
Those
sleep
really
a lot in
creepy
her.
ones.
Yeah, she'll sleep a lot in like the little recliner when she does like her little patrol thing at her house. But she does have like a guest bedroom, and she's got her room, and then the couch is a pull-out. It's a hideaway bed,
Now,
just in case the occasional family member shows up.
Now, I know we technically have all played together last time we did Monster of the Week. Is there anything that you guys wanted me to implement when I start running the sessions again, as compared to the last time we played?
I'm always down for more RP, but I'm not sure that's something that this story allows. But I'm always down for more of that.
RP is fun.
RP is fun.
RP is really fun.
Okay. So, and that's like one of the best things about Monster of the Week, at least in my opinion. I believe it's a lot more RP heavy than some other tabletop RPGs. Even D&D sometimes. I feel like you could get really wrapped up in the mechanics of what you're doing, but there's really not too much here in terms of like mechanics and roles and concentrating on like spell components and yada yada yada. You really don't have to. It is mostly very heavily roleplay based. Did you maybe want me to do something like staying silent for most of the time, so that you guys can just do whatever you want, and then once you finally figure something out, you tell me what you're doing? or did you want me to actually comment and ask, or not comment, but give suggestions as to what you should be doing, or did you guys just want to be like, just drop you off in the world and let you run free like little ants? And see if you
Okay, if I should.
A bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Combination.
Okay.
I'm really bad at mysteries and figuring shit out, so I kind of need to be led by the hand a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, but I also
the mystery
like,
in.
yeah, like which direction am I going? What am I supposed to be doing? Is this useful? I don't know. So definitely I like that, but also if you could just flop us and watch us scramble and flop around like fish, like that's totally okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sure. Cass, what were you gonna say before? I'm sorry.
Oh, I said like the mystery and how that was very much not the best mystery detectiveness that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Very bad. Very bad at mysteries.
We're
I'm
bad
just so
at
bad.
puzzles.
I tried.
I am good at actual like physical puzzles where it's like shapes and colors. I'm so good at that, but like verbal
Riddles.
riddles, the worst. I'm so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if we were to go up against Smeagol Gollum, we'd get eaten.
Yes. Absolutely.
Let me
Absolutely.
write that down. Oh, my
We would not survive Whispers in the Dark.
Ooh.
Do any of you read ACOTAR?
I haven't read any of the comics
Court of
yet.
Thorns and Roses?
No,
Really
I've heard
big
about
on
it. I've
book
heard really good things about that book, though.
Okay. There's a riddle in it that is so obvious that I figured it out, but the main character didn't for fucking chapters, and it
What was the
drove me
riddle?
up the wall. It was something I don't remember it off the top of my head. I remember what the answer was. Do you want me to tell you? It's very obvious. The answer is love. Like, it's very obvious. It's completely, and she's just like, I went over the riddle and get in my head, and I couldn't figure out what it meant. I'm like, it's fucking love. I know it's love. How are you this stupid? Oh, you know, definitely one of those yell at the book kind of moments.
Yes.
But what's love got to do with anything?
What's
Well,
love but a
was a
secondhand
riddle.
emotion?
There he goes.
What's love but a secondhand emotion?
Speaking of the 90s.
Right?
Right?
Okay. So good. Okay, so how, I guess another question I would have for you guys is, do you prefer the mystery where it's like a little haha funny pull off the mask behind the man kind of thing? Or would you prefer like actual sort of like terror, like actual fear kind of mystery? Because I tried to
was
do a
really
little bit of
liking-
both last time, and I'm not sure how well that worked.
Mm-hmm.
I
kinda
like that. Like,
the
I feel like,
funny a bit more.
yeah, I would lean more toward the funny. I want some like semi-scary, but like,
I want stakes, obviously,
yes,
but
exactly.
not.
But like,
I'm not big on horror to begin with.
same.
If it's Scooby Doo, Doctor Who esque type stuff,
Yes.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
If it doesn't get any scarier than the Weeping Angels, I'll be okay.
yes, same. I will tell you, my
No.
threshold for scary, when I was about 3, I got nightmares from watching Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, so that kind of tells you my
I was
fear
just
level. is
about to
that.
say that I used to get nightmares from watching Scooby Doo as well.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Yo,
Yeah.
but it was
So-
animated.
I got
so
nightmares
quickly.
from watching Jurassic Park.
Same. Okay, yes.
See,
yes.
my threshold for like scary
Princess
stuff
Bride.
and
Okay, but the ROUSs were scary.
Yes, that is
Really?
the only part that I could not watch out of
Yes,
Princess
they're very
Bride
scary.
the longest time.
my
I still don't
threshold
like
for my threshold for horror and scary stuff. I'm able to sit through Paranormal Activity, the entire series, and get a little bit jump scare. However, that's probably like not like basically paranormal movies in general where it's shot as if it were like a documentary or happening in real time. That's the scariest I go.
I'm good
Okay.
with campy. Campy is good.
Yeah,
Campy.
campy's fine as well. I like.
Yeah.
I want to have fun with my horror.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think Doctor Who level is really good. There, you can be legitimately scared, but not like, oh my god, I can't turn off my lights.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'll try.
Weeping
and come
Angels definitely like got me looking at statues kind of side eye. Didn't make me like destroy statues in my neighbor's yard. So
Oh, canonically, the Statue of Liberty is a weeping angel.
yeah, and that was handled really poorly because there was theories about that for so long that I was like, that would be so cool. I love that. And then they did it in the show, and I was like, that's
Hold on,
not
because
good.
that's really fucking terrifying when you think about it, though.
That's why there's lights always on it.
No.
Yeah.
Not even just the statue itself being a weeping angel. Because if the statue is a weeping angel, that means the likeness of the statue is also a weeping angel. Anything
all
that
of
holds
the
the
merch.
image of an angel is an angel.
Is a-
So every T-shirt, every keychain, everything is also a weeping angel. That
That's
is
why there's so
terrifying.
That's why there's so many disappearances in New York.
True.
Unexplained disappearances.
Now, does that also include biblically accurate angels?
No. It's just anything that holds the image of the creature
angel.
known as a weeping angel.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. That's
'Cause
why
they're not
I've never bought
usually-
any Weeping
yeah.
Angel merch or a t-shirt or a pop or nothing. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
like, don't you know that which takes on the image of an angel becomes an angel? Why would I buy that and put it in my room? Crazy.
I finally finished Clark's arc.
Nice.
So I'm on Bill. I think is the next one.
I haven't watched.
Whoever the fuck
any
is
of
after
it.
Clara. You need to.
Oh
need-
god, you and my boyfriend say the same thing.
I don't know.
Good. He's a smart man. Fucking marry him.
Richard T. Davies was the best era in my opinion, and yeah.
He's coming back.
No, I'm excited.
Who's
I might
that?
start watching again.
Wait, what?
Russell T Davies. He's coming back for,
Yeah.
as the
Okay.
showrunner.
He was the best era.
Right.
Was the best era. I don't like
I
the new current era.
Actually, personally, like the
watched
first
it.
couple of seasons for Moffat. The Amy Pond stories were my favorite. In all honesty,
Fucking loved the Pond arcs.
Yeah. Rory. Roy was a treasure.
Rory is best boy.
Yes. Yes. Rory is 100% best boy.
personal
He is, in my
headcanon is
opinion,
after getting stuck in New York, something happened to Rory and his family, and that's what caused him to take on the persona of Rip Hunter from Legends of Tomorrow.
I had the same headcanon! Literally, when I saw that, I was like, this is actually just Rory. Like, this is Rory, as if something happened and he didn't with the thing, and now
Okay,
he's... Because he
same
knows all
actor.
this shit. Like, this is Rory and the doc. Like, this... Yes. This all works.
Like, I liked Legends of Tomorrow. That was one of the few. Hi.
That wasn't me this time.
It was me. My headphones came out. I'm sorry.
'Cause that was one of the few shows that actually stayed good for pretty much everything I saw from it.
It kind of stayed the same campy level throughout all of it. It didn't take itself too seriously. Like, I love that kind of camp. Like, corny, yes. Like, that's why I love Cobra Kai. It is so corny sometimes, but then also so heart-wrenching at others, and I love it. I love that. Don't take yourself too seriously. You're a bunch of karate people taking a karate tournament way too seriously.
Excuse you.
It is so
Oh,
good.
God.
I love it. What's really fun is I actually know the guy that plays Kreese. Know him and his son.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
They are
cool.
so nice. Like, they are so nice.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yo, I keep forgetting that we know somebody famous. And that
Yeah.
we're friends
I
with
am
somebody
not famous. I am
Yes,
not
you
famous. I just schmooze a lot.
You run in the celebrity circles, my lady.
Yes.
yes.
I have yet to meet any of the cast members of Critical Role. But I know so many people that know them.
Mhm.
I'm
So,
one
okay.
step away from them.
All right.
Ah, okay. Off
So
topic.
to bring it back a little bit, just a little bit.
The plot.
Are there any absolutely no's that I should not be doing to any of your characters?
no murdering of children.
No murdering of. That's very good to know. Thank you.
Hey, Liz, I'm gonna send you a message over Discord.
Sure. I won't be able
no-
to see it right now, but I'll
Or you can send it to her in private DMs on Instagram.
yeah, and then I can look at it later because my phone is dead.
I'll send it to you after the stream, though.
Mhm.
Then.
No
Type up the
self-harm.
captain's backstory for you, but other than that, I have no idea what, like, because I'm a writer, so I've gotten pretty comfortable with a lot of really fucked up shit.
Mhm.
From a narrative perspective.
Mhm.
So that doesn't, like, I can't really think of anything that would actively bother me.
Okay. All right.
Like, in a way that I would not engage with the story.
Okay. All right. Maddie,
So-
could you repeat what you said? I'm sorry, I couldn't catch it.
No self-harm. Like, I know one of the dark things is self-destruction, but I don't want to do, like, quitting.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Also, no unconsensual stuff.
Yeah,
anything
no, of course.
that cannot be
that is
given consent.
always 100% a no in anything that I run personally.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna ask. I know that I did a little bit of like memory, like you guys remember, but you don't remember, or some sort of like weird scenario in the last session. How comfortable are you guys with me sort of like playing with your characters' memories, I guess, in that sense?
Like, that's the thing. There are, I'm not sure what I'm willing to say is and is not canon for my character being basically a Time Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the idea that he can sense time travel or time manipulation, I kind of like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's, like, too OP or something, I understand that. Like, all of the Doctor has a lot of just, like, powers that he either uses only once or very rarely that just don't come up and are way more useful than they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
He can straight up read people's minds. I think one of my personal favorites that I will use at some point, if you let me, is if I slam my head against somebody else's, I can transfer thoughts and knowledge.
Okay.
I can see. Why do I see you doing that to Sam?
Oh no.
Okay.
I
know what
think with, like-
I know what the monster is. Shit. We don't have time to. Sam, I'm sorry.
What is that?
I think
One tarnation. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I think having memories kind of kerfuffled a little bit. I think full-on erasure of memories, is going to be really hard for me to play because it's hard for me to not know things that I know happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, so if it was like, well, you don't remember the previous day at all, that doesn't exist in your mind anymore, that's going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, a little, like, things are a little fuzzy. You don't entirely remember all of it. That makes more sense.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will. Can I just lead off of that real quick? A note you could use, and Maddie, chime in with how comfortable you are with this particular way of approaching it. We didn't actually play through the thing that we don't remember. Like, we could wake up and it's a day later than we thought it was. Like, it's supposed to be Wednesday, but it's suddenly Thursday and we don't know where that last day went. And now we're trying to catch up on that. Like, that I'm okay with because we don't
Yeah.
have to act.
Mhm.
We don't know what we did. It's literally Maddie's drunken, kerfuffle with Puck.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's dude, where's my car? We have to go retrace our steps.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to like that sort of like memory wipe sort of thing, if none of us know what happened the previous day and we have to retrace our steps, dude, where's my car style? That's fine.
Okay.
Otherwise, I am with both Maddie and Ryan, where it's like it's a little bit hard to play. Everything gets wiped from your memory.
But that can be fun.
It
Yeah.
can be, but I'm thinking about the logistics of playing like
Yeah.
that because I don't have a problem, parceling that stuff out in short amounts of time. Like if whatever it is that we're pretending we don't know is resolved by the end of that session, I would say it's okay. But like if it's gonna go on several sessions, then the longer it goes on, the harder it's going to be to remember what we do and do not know in game.
Well, that's why I was asking how long we wanted to continue this, whether it be 4 sessions or 5 or something like that, because that gives me a little bit more room or less room to play, depending on like how long we're going to be doing this. So, but if we're going to do like 4 sessions, then I can kind of like balance that out a little bit.
And say we can commit to however many sessions you want to do.
Well, we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. I guess maybe we should. Do you think it would be fine to just stick with 4, and then if we find that maybe we want to continue, then we continue to do so?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, because I don't know what I'm going to do, like, what I'm probably going to do is get a little thing, to, like, I'm going to pull my hard drive out of my old computer, and I'm going to stick it into a thing that lets me, plug it into, like, a USB port. In this one, I'm going to rip off all of my files, and then I'll be able to run D&D again. So that's gonna cost me like what was it?
I don't remember.
That thing that we saw at the I think it was like $100, maybe less. So
I
we
don't
might be
remember how
able
much
to
it
do
was.
that. We might be able to do that in the next couple of paychecks.
It's about 2 weeks. Ish.
To
or
our
a
next
week and a
paycheck.
half.
To our next paycheck, but we don't know if we'll be able to afford it in that paycheck either. So, like, that's...
No worries. I'm basically just asking so that I know how, because originally my encounter that I was going to run for this one shot was only going to be 1 session. Now I also got to figure out some other details from the previous session, and figure out you guys' comfortability with, like, your characters and, like, the memory stuff and, role-playing and your preferences so that I know what I'm going to do for these next 4 weeks. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
4 weeks. 4 weeks seems like a pretty good thing to go with. I would say just be ready to end whatever story arc you're going to work on by 4 weeks, but also be ready to create a new story arc by that time because we don't know if I'm going to have a computer.
Yeah.
Like, wrap up the season, but leave enough open that it could get another... If it got picked up for another season, you have more stories.
Yeah.
We're basically wrapping up the 4-part episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Leave a sequel hook.
Yeah.
Try to get the producers on for another season. Get the fans riled up to get the producers. We need the producers aren't really seeing this season anymore. They're not really seeing this series, but maybe if we get enough fan cry, which is exactly what happened to Young Justice.
Oh God! Don't remind me.
I actually didn't mind Young Justice.
I love you.
Season 3
I love Young Justice so much, but
was
what happened
okay.
to it was such a travesty. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't go that far. Like,
I'm so sad.
I wasn't as interested in season 3 as I was the first 2, but that's only because it really moved away from that core cast that I really wanted to spend more time with.
No, that's
And
fair.
for me, it was like... It was right around the time, I think, Teen Titans Go was happening, or maybe... No, it was right around the time where Teen Titans had ended. So I was still wanting more Teen Titans, and it wasn't quite Teen Titans.
Yeah.
So it was that kind of was like,
Although
but
season 1 had a very similar feel to Teen Titans.
it
Yeah,
kind of
it's
was,
more
but I also
like the
wanted Robin
drama,
to feel more like Robin,
like
and
the
it didn't
dramatic
feel
story.
right. Yeah, and it didn't sit
had-
well with me.
it had the same level
Early
of dramatic
Megan rubbed me the
storytelling.
wrong way. Season 1
Early
Megan
Artemis.
was annoying. Oh
Early
god.
Come
Artemis
on.
rubbed me the wrong way.
Really?
Wait,
See that.
early who?
Artemis.
Artemis.
No, I heard her. I meant Maddie.
Megan.
Megan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, with the duh, Megan, I'm like, please stop, please.
Okay,
stop.
but like to be fair, let's remember their age range, and let's remember how all of us were at that age range.
Yes, I definitely tried to have a catchphrase at one point. It was embarrassing, and I stopped quickly.
Yeah.
And now imagine you're an alien from another planet that doesn't understand the culture and thinks saying your own catchphrase randomly is completely normal.
Yep.
Absolutely. It made sense for the character, but it rubbed me the wrong way. Just like Anna from Frozen rubs me the wrong way. Just like
Really?
sometimes Keyleth rubs me the wrong way. Like, it's their character. I'm not faulting their character. It just doesn't mesh well with me sometimes.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I understand what you're saying. But speaking of that, your character, how are we handling her education?
Education.
I mean, she's, 12? And she's not going to school at all?
Put her in school. Put her in school.
You can try. She'll climb out the window. Unless there's monsters in that school, she's not sticking around.
Okay.
There's no reason for her to go to school, as far as she's concerned.
I mean, not for her, but, like, you know, for the actual reality. Just like, you should
Right,
be going to
but,
school,
like-
little girl.
Yeah, you can try
What?
and make her. Find out what happens. I dare you. She's the one with the knife.
The captain would be more than willing to homeschool her, and I would love
That would
this.
actually be amazing.
This?
Like, that would actually be amazing.
Because he's not going to sit there in a fucking room and say, okay, here are your textbooks. He's going to say, okay, get in the TARDIS. We're going to go to, Caridian 5 and fucking, like,
You're
he's
gonna
say some weird
Rick and
shit.
Morty this shit.
No,
I am
you're
so
gonna magic
gonna Rick and Morty
school
this
bus
shit.
this shit.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
And she would actually be more down for that. Like, practical application, absolutely.
Yeah. Sam
Especially
probably
the
would have
possibility of
attempted.
monsters.
Yeah, Sam would probably attempt to get Lily to school just to try to be good foster parent, and then all of a sudden she gets home, and then Lily's there. Is like, what in tarnation? And
Or
then
even
all of a
better,
sudden,
she, like, drops her off
no,
at
no.
school,
No,
sees
I've
her
got a
get
better
into
one.
her classroom, and then as she's driving away, she sees Lily walking down the street in the opposite direction.
Hold on, no, now, because now I'm imagining everybody is on a hunt, and then the captain just turns to Lily as they're, like, rigging up a trap and just being like, okay, Lily, now if the pendulum swings at this force, how long will it take for the giant wall of knives to slam into the Wendigo, and at what, what speed will it, like...
What's the physics here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yup,
would be
Totally
interesting.
could see
Just-
that.
turning every single monster hunt into a teachable moment.
yep.
Right.
Absolutely. That is what unschooling is, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
It would not take long for Sam to become okay with this either, considering her background.
She was okay with hanging out with a talking dog for an entire session. I mean, like, come on now.
Shit.
Weird shit happens in this town.
The
Not to
weird
mention-
shit. That's what this town is known
God.
for. Weird shit.
Yeah.
It would be so easy to legally set the captain up because we've already established that he has the psychic paper.
Yep.
Yes. I remember that. Uh-huh.
Oh god. This is turning into one heck of a monster hunting family.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love it so much.
Just screw
Family
the
business.
Winchesters, am I right? Like,
Yeah, really. Excuse me.
The
would
Palmer
much
family
rather-
now.
I would much rather watch the sitcom version of whatever the hell this is.
But see, that's what I want to know from you guys. I want to know, like, what makes you excited and be like, oh my god, I love this. Like, I wanna know that, so that I want to maybe just like put those little bits in the campaign.
Howdy,
But
y'all. We're
ultimately,
the Fowlers.
that comes from you. That comes from all of you and creating your interactions with each other. But if I can help push that along a little bit.
RP. I'm always RP is like catnip to me. About my heart with my backstory. Like, yes, I want to feel things because sometimes in life I don't. So, like, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
You want to know what love is. You want us to show you.
Yes.
You want to know that it's more than a secondhand emotion.
Yes. Like, what is the rest of that lyric?
I wanna know what love is.
I want you to show me.
okay.
That can be. Anyway. Anyway.
I have a question for you, Avonlea. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, so Sam, we've both agreed, is pretty integrated in Willowbrook, right?
Yeah, she's like she's like the town hunter that not many people take super seriously, except for maybe like a handful of people.
Okay.
Because like she's the one that like lives on the outskirts of town, is the slight conspiracy theorist, but involving monsters instead of politics.
Uh-huh.
You can care less about the politics as long as it doesn't impede on her monster hunting.
Now, are there any like go-to places that Sam would definitely be used to visiting in Willowbrook? Like maybe a butcher, or she actually goes to the local diner every Sunday or something like that. Like,
yeah, she would probably go to like one of the local diners at least once a week. Probably a mechanic for like her truck and well, it's the 90s, so there would probably be like a gun shop.
Sure.
She'd have like a couple places that she would frequent just to like not only for like maintaining, but like that little bit of socializing as well. Yeah.
Local bar?
Yeah, probably a local bar.
Okay.
Sidekicks.
What about Lily? Is she a purveyor of like watching little kids play at the playground and just be like, I can't find any monsters here? Or does she go into the library a lot for research? Like, what do you imagine her, if she's gonna be outside of the woods, where is she going to be?
Creepy old mansion on the top of the hill. Her family home.
Probably like a fair amount of dumpster diving, actually.
Oh, okay.
Like, because she's wandering the streets just constantly, just kind of like, what can I find? And then eventually she will get hungry and be like, well, I gotta find some food. But probably a fair amount of dumpster diving.
Oh, sweet bean.
What about
like she might occasionally go by the school and look at the kids and be like, I'm different from them.
Okay.
Oh, I'm leaving. Like those kind of things.
All right.
I don't know why, but I'm suddenly thinking like the local car wash. Like maybe the person that runs it will give her food occasionally, or sometimes she can like sleep there if they don't lock up well enough.
No, she sleeps at the morgue. Let's be real. She goes to the morgue. She's
not Wednesday Addams.
Says the woman who plays her like she's Wednesday Addams. Like, come on.
It's just a coincidence.
And Garland is just coincidentally
just a flamboyant warlock.
Yeah, totally
Spells
not
magical
Gilmore
art.
at all.
Yeah, Gilmore is a sorcerer, not a warlock.
No,
totally
it's totally
different
different.
characters.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Now,
Yeah.
what about just out of curiosity, like a spirituality shop, like a place where you could buy like herbs and sort of like occult books and things like that? Would that
Yeah, like I
interest
could
her?
see her like the local medium or something.
Okay.
That she'll sometimes go to if she can't find monsters and be like, "Hey, where is one? Can you
Mhm.
find those for me?" And then do some research probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and maybe pick up some occasional herbs if what she's going after happens to be that thing.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna need essence of dittany to take down this thing or whatever.
Mhm.
Not a lot because she's not really a heavy thinker. She's pretty much a lot of instinct.
Mhm.
Well, maybe she would be a...
Right. Okay.
She's a heavy
Occasionally,
thinker
like
in the
50-50.
spiritual stuff.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
All right. So I guess Ryan, we with the last session basically jumped your character in the session as in like that was as far as he could remember his first day in Willowbrook looking for the TARDIS, correct?
Yeah, he basically just plopped down in the town,
Mhm.
and he went looking for he's currently looking for somebody. That somebody is definitely not the Doctor. And he's looking for a way to get home. He has been forcibly exiled under false pretenses from his home, and he's looking for somebody else who is from his home to get there. But once he landed in this town, he couldn't leave anymore, so now he's looking for a way out. But while he was taking a look around the town, his TARDIS got towed. And then I guess it ended up at Sam's place or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, it was like a very nice vehicle that I could scrap for parts. You know, see if I could fashion it to my truck. Because there's a lot of similar pieces here, and I got a buddy who's a mechanic that can help with some of that as well.
Mhm. Okay. Right.
I need a little bit more horsepower. That's it.
Okay.
I didn't know this was some like alien space tech sort of thing.
Mhm. So, okay, that gives me an idea of how much, because I'm trying to establish sort of like where I can place, connections between characters to the world, so that if you guys go out into the world, I already like can have a little bit of an idea of where you might be headed off to. But you could also go anywhere. But having some notes helps.
I think in the captain's case, it's probably more within character if he just doesn't know anybody other than the people he talked to right now.
Right.
So, like,
Kind of.
just his whole shtick.
Yeah.
He travels from place to place, and he's just incredibly charismatic for no real reason.
Kind of thinking of the person that runs the car wash like Greg Universe from Steven Universe.
Okay.
Like that's just Greg Universe.
Mhm.
Greg Galaxy.
Yeah.
George
Tom Galaxy.
Galaxy. Excuse you.
Mr. Galaxy.
George Galaxy.
It's Gary Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Gary Galaxy's Gary Galaxy's out of this world car wash.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
I mean, hold on.
We'll see.
Very 90s.
Okay,
Oh,
and then
jeez.
Cass, if your character is going to be a college student, I imagine you're probably a purveyor of the library. Both the public one and the one inside the school.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay, so then
He goes there for a lot of makeout sessions.
It's a quiet place to make out. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there is a place for that I've already set up. Like the stereotypical makeout point somewhere. Like, yeah, but that's up to you.
I mean,
I want to know like what places do you think you would be visiting as or like your character would be going to in like a day,
So-
in like their average day.
Like, yes, the library, but also no, because homework sucks.
you go there to use the computers.
Yeah.
Is there a
Um,
mall? Because that sounds very much like a 90s.
Yeah.
Like,
So if there's a mall, then yes. If there's not, don't worry about it.
No, I mean there's not technically a mall. There's a basically section of local shops, which like if you were to put it in one building would act as the mall, but they're all local businesses. So
Okay.
there's like a clothing shop, a boutique. There's someone that
So it's like a shopping village.
yeah, basically a shopping village. I do have that set up there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, the shopping village. That's
Oh,
good.
with the car wash, I posted in the general chat of our Discord something that is actually local to where I live. It's a car wash called Rocket Express.
That's great.
Oh my god.
Yes.
that is fantastic.
Okay.
Yep.
Canon.
Yep.
Okay.
With the little rocket ship and everything.
Yes.
Mhm.
God. Okay.
So
Probably the local diner as well.
diner, good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, probably places you would hang out with friends, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's the social, like, preppy girl, is if I'm understanding it right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
like, the mall or
Movie
whatever,
theater?
wherever.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was gonna be my next one.
Okay.
Like, if there's an arcade or something, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they act as both. There's
Yeah.
always like that little section of a movie theater that usually
Yeah,
acts as, like,
nowadays.
the arcade.
Nowadays.
always
Yeah,
getting-
like,
She's always getting offered a job at the arcade.
well,
I
like,
mean, maybe.
there would probably, like, I don't know about you, but like considering the time frame, arcades were really popular at the time, like Chuck E.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Mhm.
That
Oh
sort of
yeah,
thing.
Chuck E. Cheese.
That was all.
I don't know if I'm gonna put Chuck E.
all
Cheese in
pretty popular
Willowbrook.
at the time.
No,
you and I couldn't
it's
handle
too
that.
small for a Chuck E. Cheese.
You could do
No, but, like, they
the
would have-
arcade from Wreck-It Ralph, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would have their own off-brand, like Chuck E. Cheese, though.
Yeah.
Like a
So,
Four Nights at you know.
Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah,
no,
basically.
not Freddy Fazbear. It would have to be off-brand. That's a franchise. They
So
don't get
there's a
franchise.
film. There's a film that is basically Nick Cage in Five Nights at Freddy's, but the film is called Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, I've seen clips for that.
I have the
My
DVD,
cup
I
of
just
tea,
haven't
but
watched it
looks
yet.
Hilarious.
I just have.
It's like a Nick Cage movie.
I just have issues with the name. Willy's,
Willy's
Wonderland?
Wonderland.
Like, really?
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
Nick
It's
Cage
Cage,
film. What do you
I mean-
expect?
Yeah.
Have you seen the
Nick
previews
Cage is
for
a
the,
great actor. I don't know what you're
Yes,
talking
and he's
about.
Oh no, he's
batshit
a
crazy.
fantastic actor, but he's
Yes.
also Nicolas Cage, and that is
Yeah.
the only way to describe Nicolas Cage.
Great
Yeah,
actor.
that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
He don't want to do the
Have you
average.
seen the commercials for his new movie where he's playing himself?
Yes. Oh my
What?
god, that looks
What?
amazing. It
Yeah.
looks
I need to see
crazy,
this.
and I
It
want
looks
it.
dumb
I
as
want it.
fuck.
I
but,
want it
like,
so
also kind
badly.
of charmingly.
Yeah, just leaning into that.
Okay.
I'm Nick Cage, and I know what everybody thinks Nick Cage is. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay. All right. So I have for Cass, your character, which I'm guessing you'll hopefully send me the name of at some point.
Yeah, I can
Sure.
send that to you now.
I mean,
Oh
yeah.
my god, if there is an actual arcade in Willowbrook that's run by an NPC that's basically Nick Cage.
Please, yes.
That means that Liz then has to do a Nick Cage impression.
I'm just
I am here for this.
Yes.
My YouTube search history is gonna be freaking weird. Okay, so library, shopping village, the diner, movie theater / arcade. Do you imagine your character being like a socialite, like having a lot of friends, or do you kind of imagine her just like doing her own thing, or like somewhere in between?
Both?
Okay, so she has friends.
Yes.
Her okay.
Like she's in a lot of different cliques,
Okay.
and she like floats around to a lot of them, a lot of different cliques and friend groups, but doesn't necessarily stick.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it something like she's the popular one, but because she's the popular one, she's kind of unapproachable, so nobody ever gets close enough to actually be her friend?
Or is she just
Kind
a
of.
social butterfly?
Both.
That makes
She's
sense.
such a social butterfly, it's intimidating.
Yeah.
Like yes and no. Like more of what Ryan said, but
I imagine this is
I
gonna
don't
sound
know.
strange. I imagine like almost like a fairy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
kind of like
no.
no. But I mean like she's there, and people just accept that she's there because she's a
Like, she was
fairy.
in-
I mean like the
She was, like,
fae
in
do
every
whatever the hell
club
they
in high
want.
school. Like, everybody knew her, but she was always doing so much and running off to do so many things that no one could get close to her.
Kind of.
Shit, I just felt called out just now.
Damn.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, with a name like Avonlea, you had to be a fairy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help that my mom was really into that, too.
I couldn't tell. Again, with a name like Avonlea.
Really?
Okay.
Hey, it's a French Canadian name.
Yep.
Really? I
Yes.
would have thought, like, old English, like, kind of thing, because it sounds like it has roots in, like, Avalon type of
It's
a thing.
Anne of
Yeah.
Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables.
From
The
Avonlea.
town of Avonlea on Prince Edward Island.
I have no idea what that means.
Okay,
Green
so
Gables?
so Anne of Green Gables is a book series,
in
and
Canada.
it takes place in Canada, just off the coast of British Columbia in a place called Prince Edward Island.
The town they're in is called Avonlea. It's from a
Yeah.
book series.
Okay.
Which was adapted into a television series, an animated series, and a film.
Multiple times.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So I guess I'll ask this question for both your character Cass and your character Avonlea. Do you imagine having like a pretty strong connection with another person in there, like a best friend or someone you consider like almost like a family member, but is not?
Someone she can kill.
I would say Sam would have a pretty good connection with at least someone in the diner. Definitely the mechanic.
Okay.
Like I feel like one of them would have been like some sort of family friend sort of thing through her parents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now just imagining that Sam goes to this diner because there's this one server there that she's had these unrequited feelings for forever, and she just goes there and she chats them up, but she never tells her how she feels.
I feel like it would be the opposite though. Like she goes there because she's going there, and there's this one server that constantly talks to her, and like it's like, oh hey, but like that server is the one with the unrequited feelings for Sam, but it just completely goes over her head because she's so busy with monster hunting.
Now,
I can see it.
Now,
Totally.
I guess if we're going that route, do you mind if I ask questions about character sexual preferences or romantic
Males.
preferences? Okay.
She would be into dudes.
Okay.
I'm into dudes. She'd be into dudes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
I
what
feel like-
most makes sense.
I feel like the captain would just be like the epitome of pansexual.
Okay.
Like he
Oh
is
my-
attracted to everything because
Oh my-
like, and not just like on the human spectrum, but like on alien spectrums.
So he's Jack Harkness.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he
Harkness
is.
and the Doctor had a bastard love child
Kind of. Yeah,
that
that's
the
kind
Doctor
of where
never
my
knew
head-
about.
Now,
That the Doctor never knew about.
would that
That's
also
why he's looking for him.
would that also would you consider your character polysexual? Not poly. What's the term?
Polyamorous.
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 Yes, thank you. I was gonna say polysexual. I was like, no, that's not it.
The Captain is very much a character that, like, thinks that the human labels for love are weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, by human standards, he's pansexual, but by his and other Time Lord standards, he just loves who he loves. Like, it's not a thing that requires a label.
Mm-hmm.
But also, they're called Time Lords and not Time People. So, there's obviously some sexism in there. Like, not everything about his home culture is
All fine and dandy.
100% kosher, but like they're a race of people who can at random change gender or complete species apparently.
Yep.
So like he's not really against whatever the hell is out there.
No, okay. All right. Now,
He does not shut down any avenue
Okay.
for exploration.
okay. Now, what about your character, Avonlea? What about Sam?
Well, again, because I am more familiar as someone who's heterosexual. Sam would obviously be heterosexual, but also I'm also most familiar with playing characters where they are just kind of oblivious.
Okay.
That's kind of been my shtick
Okay.
for whatever character I have played. Like, most of, if not all of my D&D characters have had, like, some sort of, like, romance awkwardness, or just oblivious female himbos, or just romantically awkward twats.
Female himbos.
Yeah.
Right.
Those
Well,
are
not what you're-
bimbos.
Yeah.
Because bimbos are like
No.
they're like airheads. Himbo's
Well,
different. Female
Yeah.
himbos are different.
The whole
female
point
himbo-
of the word himbo was to be a male bimbo, though.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
strange.
but
They're not
like-
the same.
They're not the same though. So like take
No.
Moonchild. Take my character Moonchild. She is technically considered a female himbo because she is so busy like focusing on like her draconic transition, being a care of magical creatures professor. She doesn't really have time for romance, and anytime she gets flirted with or anything like that, it either goes over her horns or she's just like, wait, what? It takes her a minute to figure out that someone was flirting with her.
Okay. Okay. So.
And with
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And with Sam, it would be kind of similar-ish, but but the difference being that like her focus is on like monster hunting, and now she's possibly going to be a foster mom to a spooky child, and she's also got a new roommate to deal with.
Oh my god.
I mean, the new roommate is going to have his own place in the garage.
Yeah,
Car.
yeah, but they're still gonna be roommates, and Ryan, I am totally picturing like the diner server that has the unrequited feelings for Sam sees your character walk in and interact with Sam, and then that whole thing becomes like some sort of hilarious shit show.
With the kid in tow.
Yeah. Yes.
This family dynamic is
Oh my God.
amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
And the only one that is like, and everyone is going to be confused by it because it's like, wait, what? What are you talking about, server dude?
Oh my god, Blistar. Blistar
What'd
says
she
was
say?
about to say, and then there's Moonchild, the celibate himbo.
Yeah, no, your child is celibate as well.
Okay. All right. So I guess similar questions for you, Cass. Character preferences for like romantic, sexual,
Straight,
Okay.
but closet bi.
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Just yes.
So this is gonna lay some groundwork between Cass and Ryan's characters.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, now this is gonna be a question for basically everyone except Ryan, because you're still not established in the town yet. Is there anyone that you imagine your character absolutely hating? Whether it be just like authority figures in general, or just like would it be like someone at the bar that hangs out and just gets sloppily drunk and insults people the whole time? Like, do you imagine your character, or like even for the college student, is it that one person that's just always an overachiever? Like, do you imagine like your character hating someone?
That high school rivalry that
Yeah.
you had with that one person for your entire life. I actually do have an answer for this.
Oh, okay. If you do,
Yeah.
then go ahead.
It's more general than anything specific, but like, the captain is not a fan of pomp and circumstance for the sake of like pomp and circumstance. He's like, part of his backstory is he comes from a family of nobles, and he was actually meant to take over for his family, and then he got like kind of backstabbed and cut out, and that's why he's on Earth, because that's how he got exiled. And so like he's not a fan of the political backdealing and backstabbing and just the nastier side of that sort of thing. So like hoity-toity high society types that do things because status demands that they do things, he's not a fan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Anyone can go next. Okay.
Hate's a strong word. She doesn't really have emotions to feel that way, but certainly someone that if she saw them coming, she would turn and hide, or not want to interact with, would be her parents.
Okay.
Also, the captain is a soldier from probably the worst war in history. In all of time, technically, because Great Time War. So he's seen some shit, and he doesn't want to see it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
My answer would actually be the same as Maddie's.
Oh, her parents.
You don't want
Okay.
to see my parents?
No.
No. There she goes again.
There's two girls in this group that have parental issues.
Plot twist.
is a recurring
Lily
theme.
and Cass's characters are sisters.
Oh.
They just don't know it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, one
How
of the
long have you
parents.
been at college?
I'm 24, so probably like 6 years I've been out of the house.
I was raised in the attic.
Oh no.
You're that one episode from The Simpsons Halloween specials.
Oh, honey. See, Sam would just try. Sam does her best to try to get along with everyone because she like grew up in that town. She knows everyone, and like that whole "it takes a village to raise a kid" sort of thing, especially after her parents died. And she would have gotten closer to like a select number of people, like the mechanic or the people at the diner, or maybe she developed a friendship with someone at the dive bar that she probably frequents Saturday nights. However, if someone is going to be like an asshole, and if just for the sake of being an asshole, like the whole mantra, "Don't be a dick," and I won't be a dick to you. Like you get what you serve. That's how
Match
she
people's
goes.
energy.
She matches energy.
Yeah, she matches energy. So if she ever found out about like the bullshit whatever bullshit Lily's parents put her through, she's going to like be on the lookout of if they come across my way, they're going to have a good smacking to start.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the captain's gonna go full on Demon's Run on them.
Yes.
I mean, it's a small little town in the middle of absolutely nowhere in the 90s. You could pretty much get away with a lot of things.
You could get away with murder, practically.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Considering I don't think DNA evidence was in wide circulation, if it even really existed at all.
It was starting to in the 90s.
Like, I know the science
starting
was
to, I
there,
think.
but whether or
It's
not
basically. There's a puddle of the killer's blood over there. Gross. Clean it up.
Yeah. Someone get a mopper and bucket it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleanup was more prioritized.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, at least it wasn't as bad as it was in, like, Victorian England.
Yeah. I have a hunch.
Okay.
A witch she is.
Weird last question, and it's super easy for everyone. Your character's favorite food?
Ooh.
You said easy. This is not easy.
Really? Okay.
Why would this be easy?
Dark chocolate.
Chocolate is
Pretty
Lily's.
Chocolate. Okay.
Probably cheeseburger. Not at the same time, but like
Yeah.
she was like at the diner was like order something, she'd order a cheeseburger.
Okay. All right.
Or,
Chocolate
Or I
on
could
the
go-
cheeseburger.
you know what? No.
No, that's
I have
gross.
Oh.
I have to. It's fish fingers.
Still
and
has
custard.
taste buds.
It's fish fingers and what?
Custard.
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 I have to.
See, for Sam, 'cause this is
No
one of my personal
cares.
favorites. This is one of my personal favorites. A rare T-bone steak with pancakes on the side.
Southern of you.
Hey,
Yes.
is it me, or does Sam less female or gender bent Bobby Singer and more hillbilly Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I
Oh no! I mean,
love it.
or Bobby Singer and Buffy had a night together. And Sam's
Whoa! What an image!
Ooh,
Oh.
that hurts.
This is-
that
this is
burns a little.
But this is like a really young Bobby Singer. Like there's some time
I
bullshit
frame,
going on.
Okay.
that time frame oddly makes sense. though,
I
because if you think about how old Bobby is, he was probably a teenager somewhere in the 90s,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
know.
or at least just at that cusp.
Yep.
Okay, what about you, Kat?
All right,
Changing subject.
What about your
I wasn't
character?
done with my food yet, though.
Your
It's
food.
basically it's a dish from IHOP, T-bone steak with eggs and pancakes, and she likes her eggs sunny side up, her T-bone steak rare, and then as like a special little treat, she loves like the lava cakes, like chocolate lava cakes, like the kind you get from Domino's.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, mine would have to be. It's not a well-known dish,
Okay.
and it's not usually one you can get at restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have to be like a homemade dish. It's a dish called salsa mac and beef.
Ooh.
So,
Salsa, what?
I can send it to you.
Sure. Does it have a specific
Okay.
origin?
Not really.
Okay.
Is it something that her mom would make or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Something, okay. Something that either
Or
her mom would wake, or like she had it once at a college party, and now like that's the...
No, it would be from her family.
Okay. All right.
I would imagine grandma.
Okay,
Passed down
I
through
just-
generation.
I just
Mhm.
looked up a young Jim Beaver, the actor who plays Bobby Singer,
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I've got.
you can't see it. Shit.
Just
try to
post
put
it in the
Discord.
chat.
Well, I wanted people to be able to see it on the thing.
Well,
so
put it in the Discord and I'll do the streaming.
screen.
Yeah.
I gotta put it. Where's my Discord app? There it is.
There ain't no fucking way that's him.
I can't
I
see it.
Same
can't
problem.
see it.
Same thing.
Still can't see it.
No.
Hold on, I'm about to bring it up.
Okay.
I'm about to bring it up.
Okay.
Oh god.
Hold
Got
on.
it.
Still could barely
Stop. Okay.
see it.
Wait, whoa. Woo! What in the heck?
Yep, that's her dad.
Oh, that's the wrong chat.
You're just gonna confuse your other chat.
Oh yeah, I am.
What's the actor's
that?
name?
Jim Beaver.
Jim Beaver.
Yum.
That's what-
coming down the way.
Oh god.
Okay.
Sure.
Um.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, real?
Wow. So everyone in this stream can see.
That is the version of Bobby Singer that would have hooked up with Buffy.
Oof.
Oof.
I mean, like, he doesn't look bad. It's just I can't imagine.
But, like, that's
I
kind
still
of
can't
the
imagine
point.
that.
No. Yeah, he doesn't look terrible.
There's an
Just-
echo.
You're an
Massive
echo.
There you go.
Oh god, that is so.
I mean, he would have to shave the mustache and it would work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh my
Okay.
god, that's hilarious.
So apparently that would be Sam's dad when he was younger.
Right.
All right.
So, do you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk to me about before we start wrapping up?
I'm gonna send you my backstory in a type up.
Yes,
somewhere.
please.
Hopefully, hopefully I don't forget to do that.
Yes, please.
Should we send you reminders, sir?
I don't know. That might get real annoying real quick.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah.
You want me to resend you the backstory I have for Lily, or are you fine with what's still in the...
I mean, like, well, I could go back. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to do it, sure. If you don't, I can just go back. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Back to the beginning. Anyway,
Gotta get back to the past, Samurai Jack.
alright, Jack. That's not the reference I was making, but yeah, sure.
That's what came up in my head.
I was referencing the Digimon movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same era.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it is. I just thought about that. I was like, oh shit, yeah, it is. Okay, so, if no one has any questions for me, I will, say, I think pretty much the same rules that I set before still apply. I'm basically going to let you guys do whatever, talk whatever you guys want to do, but I will also sort of like direct who goes first, or I'll say something like a phrase like, who wants to go first, or what do you do? And then you guys have a chance to either let someone else speak, or if you want to raise your hand and be the first one to speak as to what your character is going to do, please do so. Same thing with banter. I love banter. God, I love banter. But if it gets to a point where I feel like we're getting a little bit too far off of game, I'm going to say something like, all right, guys, let's bring it back, or let's come back to plot, just so that we can continue with the story in the game. I think, and then after that, our usual rules apply. We're gonna bring our snacks. We're gonna bring, we're gonna have our break in between. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys don't have any other questions or anything you want to bring up to me, as the keeper, I think we're pretty much good up with our session 0.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Alright.
Great. I need to get going soon.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
I see the time. It's almost 9:30. Okay.
These headphones are getting uncomfortable for me too, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's about it. Thank you, everyone, so much for sticking around with us, everyone who has been watching. Thank you for dealing with the awful audio issues that were totally not my fault at all. And we'll be back next week, hopefully at 5:30. If anything changes, please follow us on Twitter at Knockouts Party. There should be also a link in our YouTube channel that should lead back to our Twitter account. If there's not, I'm gonna fix that, or one of us will fix it. Please follow everyone here on all of their social media accounts, all of their TikToks, Instagrams, Twitch, all that fun stuff.
Ko-fi, Patreon, all the good things.
Yes, all the good things.
If you want to help donate to Ryan getting a new computer, that's also very much appreciated too. Possibly setting up a
We appreciate
GoFundMe.
anything that anybody can do.
Yes, so much.
We
Even
do
just
not
watching
expect
this, we
anybody to
appreciate it
do
very much.
anything.
Yes.
You are not obligated.
Yes.
Correct.
We do not
We
expect
do not want
anything,
you. Like,
but whatever happens will be appreciated. Whatever
Yes.
you guys decide to do of your own free will and generosity, we appreciate, but we just know that it is not a requirement to be a fan of TPK or any
Yes.
of the things that any of us do in any of our other endeavors.
Right. Yeah, I think, am I missing anything?
Probably many things, but I don't think they're relevant to today.
No, I don't think so. Again, we'll be back next Sunday at hopefully around 5:30 with our first session of Monster of the Week, or our next first session, the next arc, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. Please share the stream with anyone that you feel like will be interested in our content, and please remember to subscribe. Also, we may be doing a dice giveaway soon if we decide. I think we all decided that would be fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a few issues.
Okay.
What the hell is my camera doing? I
I
have
don't
a few issues with it because I've tried to do stuff like that in the past. The biggest problem we always run into is logistics this year, because I wanted to do a wand giveaway a long time ago. But like that gets real complicated real fast.
She's a spunky,
Just
she's still a villain, but she's a spunky villain. Yeah, she's a spunky villain.
I'm sorry.
lucky villain. But yeah, so the logistics on that gets real complicated when you're working on a budget. And we definitely are working on a budget. So, being like, because you got to think, it'll have to get mailed to the furthest point possible, and that's only if you're just in the U.S. It could cost anywhere from $20 to $100. And then it gets even more complicated if it's somebody outside of the U.S.
If you are watching us outside of the U.S., please let us know in the comments. That would actually be kind of
that'd
cool.
be cool as hell.
Tell us where you're from in the comments.
Yeah, definitely. But like things get real complicated, especially like if we're doing a giveaway at like 1,000 subscribers or whatever, then yeah, I don't know if we'll have the funds to actually send something, and I don't want to promise something that we end up not being able to deliver on.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay. Well, I mean, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, right, and watch our previous one-shot of Monster of the Week if you want to catch up on what's been going on. And the one previous before that, because we did one with Jack, and we miss you, Jack.
Jack, come back!
Yeah, we did one with Jack, so that you can